Once the inputs and tools and techniques have been considered, the following outputs can be achieved on account for collect requirements process. First, we get the requirements documentation. Requirements documentation describes how individual requirements meet the business need for the project. Requirements may start out at a higher level and become progressively more detailed as more and more information about the requirements are known. Before being baseline, requirements need to be unambiguous, that is, measurable and testable. They should also be traceable, complete, consistent, and acceptable to key stakeholders. The format of the requirements document may range from a simple document listing all the requirements categorized by the stakeholder and priority to more elaborate forms containing an executive summary, detailed descriptions, and attachments. Many organizations categorize requirements into different types such as business and technical solutions, the former referring to stakeholders' needs and the latter as to how those needs will be implemented. Requirements can be grouped into classifications allowing for further refinement and detail as the requirements are elaborated. These classifications include business requirements. These describe the higher level needs of the organization as a whole, such as the business issues or opportunities and reasons why a project has been undertaken. Stakeholders requirements, these describe needs of a stakeholder or stakeholder group. It also pertains to solution requirements, which describes functions and characteristics of the product, service, or result that will meet the business and stakeholders' requirement. Solution requirements are further grouped into functional and non-functional requirements. The functional requirements describe the behaviors of the product. Examples would include actions, processes, data, and interactions that the product should execute. The non-functional requirements supplement functional requirements and describe the environmental conditions or qualities required for the product to be effective. Examples would include reliability, security, performance, safety, level of service, supportability, retention, transition, and readiness requirements. These describe temporary capabilities such as data conversion and training requirements needed to transition from current as-is state to the desired future state. Product requirements. These describe the actions, processes, or other conditions the project needs to meet. Examples include milestone dates, contractual obligations, constraints. Then we have the quality requirements. These capture any conditions or criteria needed to validate the successful completion of a project deliverable or fulfillment of other project requirements. Examples include tests, certification, and validations. Next output is the requirements traceability matrix. The requirements traceability matrix is a grid that links product requirements from their origin to the deliverables that satisfies them. The implementation of a requirements traceability matrix helps ensure that each requirement adds business value by linking it to the business and project objectives. It provides a means to track requirements throughout the project lifecycle, helping to ensure that requirements approved in the requirements documentation are delivered at the end of the project. Finally, it provides a structure for managing changes to the product scope. Tracing requirements include the business needs, opportunities, goals and objectives, project scope, and work breakdown structure deliverables. It also contains product design, product development, test strategy and test scenarios, and high-level requirements to more detailed requirements. Attributes associated with each requirement can be recorded in the requirements traceability matrix. These attributes help to define key information about the requirement. Typical attributes used in the requirements traceability matrix may include unique identifier, a textual description of the requirement, the rationale for inclusion, the owner, source, priority, version, current status, and status state. Additional attributes to ensure that the requirement has met stakeholder satisfaction may include stability, complexity, and acceptance criteria. See you in the next lecture.